Season 2 of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is here. And actually, it's been out for a couple weeks, and I haven't made a video about it, and I want to talk about what I think of the patch, who's looking strong, who's looking weak, and just the overall meta shift of the patch. You know, we just had Frosty Faustings that culminated in Goichi winning the tournament in a Marco Grand Final of all things. And I think people are starting to finally form opinions about what's good and what's bad. You know, I initially saw a Chinese tier list that had Marco as like C tier or something crazy like that. And by the way, it's this crazy defense by Goichi. Goichi ends up and wins the tournament, right? I've seen tier lists like this, people trying to throw out tier lists of like who they think is strong, and I think certain characters like Billy, Gato, Mr. Big are universally considered to be stronger. We'll talk about why. And then there's some characters like, I don't know, Marco, who just there's 2 in grand finals that I think are a little stronger than this tier list suggests, right? And even for myself, I'm like a dual main right now, or I used to be in season 1, right? I played Ronaldo and Chun-Li. You can kind of tell by this is a who improved and who didn't improve tier list from Score, one of the top Japanese players. Chun-Li is one of the least improved characters, and in fact, I think she's one of the most nerfed characters in the game. And Ronaldo is actually better than I thought, despite both of them relying on set play. So maybe we'll talk about Ronaldo and Chun first. Even though Chun-Li technically didn't get many changes, right? The only thing she really lost was the EX knockdown change. I think she's a lot weaker than Ronaldo, who also relied on set play. And I think Ronaldo is actually better this patch, right? So let's talk about why I think Chun is weaker. The main thing is her set play is real, or well, it used to be real, right? She relies a lot on her overhead that grants you a combo on hit and is unreactable, which is really strong, right? Nowadays, like let's say I end my combo in something like this, it's a lot harder for me to do my overhead because I have to chase roll. Where before, the main change of this patch was that EX no longer knocks down, and now I can't. You know, normally I get a 50-50 there, now I no longer get a 50-50, right? And because Chun-Li has this kind of mediocre dash, it's really hard for her to chase roll compared to some other characters. Yeah, I've been playing Chun and like, you know, I've been coming up with some tech where like, for example, like I can option select the way that they roll, and you know, I have some things like, let me see if for example, so I just do like dash forward, dash back, and then you could probably like time an overhead to be like meaty there. Like there's some pretty cool stuff you can do, but it's not nearly as strong as characters that have runs that can just automatically like catch every roll timing. One of the main things that changed because of this EX change was that characters that have DPs I think are actually stronger. Now it seems kind of weird because set play is worse. Like one of the ways Chun-Li still gets Oki is you end your combo in super. And then you actually can, you know, the mix-up's not as good, but you still get a mix-up, right? And this is actually quite strong. Certain characters like Marco can exploit that, right? By ending their combos in super and getting a true 50-50 where the overhead hits on the same frame as the low. Chun can't quite do that, but you know, it's still pretty good. Characters that need to spend their super as a reversal, however, no longer have that luxury, right? So I think certain characters that, you know, don't have a DP got a little weaker this patch. And certain characters that rely on set play because of the EX also got a little weaker. I also think characters that didn't really have good mix-up before, so for example, never really ended in EX combos. So for example, Billy. A lot of people think this Billy champ is cheap because pre-patch, you weren't getting Oki anyways, right? I mean, most of the time, Billy is just ending in like a meterless ender, and your mix-up isn't really that strong with... It's decent, right? Like you can still do like some good rushdown stuff, right? But because you return to neutral and Billy's neutral is so good, generally Billy's considered to be buffed, even though like he didn't really get... He got a bunch of like minor changes, like for example, like the stand light actually got buffed. It's no longer cancelable, but like besides super, but it's still like really good, right? But if I just do like a meterless combo like that, I wasn't getting Oki anyways, you know? So it's like these changes are overall net positive for someone like Billy as well. So characters that have good neutral, I think, are pretty dominant in this patch, right? Again, these are kind of my theories. I think characters that have good ways to spend EX meter are also better, right? So like, for example, a lot of characters would like just spend EX during a combo, right? Where someone like Billy, like I could spend EX during a combo. It's pretty good. That's a 375, right? Compared to this, which does 259. Like, is spending 50, 60 meter for 100 extra damage really worth it? Well, not always. Before it used to be most of the time worth it, right? Because you get a better knockdown. I mean, obviously it depends on the character, right? But nowadays, like, meterless routing is often quite good. So for example, with Ronaldo, when I do DP break, oftentimes I just go in the shoulder. Because if I do EXDP, I spend 25 bar and I get 20 extra damage. Not really worth it, right? And before it was worth it because you used to get a hard knockdown. Now it's no longer a hard knockdown, and you know the ball step's kind of a lot more useless, right? So I think characters that have good meterless combos and characters that can spend EX in other ways, so for example Billy, who can do stuff like this, I think benefit a lot from this change. So I took a chance and I put together not a tier list, please do not call this a tier list, just the general vibes of like talking to Asia and talking to people offline at Frosty's. I was there, I got 13th. That means I'm on the World Tour standings. Let's go. Yeah, this is the general vibes I get from people, right? A lot of people think that these characters on the top row are strong. So think Rock, Billy, Mr. Big. We could talk about a few of these. Obviously, you saw Marco do quite well. The thing is, a lot of these characters either have just great neutral or they have just a bunch of bullshit tools, right? I think another thing to think about is because of the SPG change, I think characters with strong rev blows, such as Marco and Rock, kind of get a little bit buffed because you're spending more of the match in the SPG sector due to the SPG health change that they implemented late in season 1. Hotaru got very, very significantly nerfed. This character was, like, in my opinion, top 1 free, and now like she actually took quite a few significant nerfs. The main one being EX Fireball. So like, let's say I do EX Fireball. Before I would just get a mix-up, and now like I still get a mix-up. It's pretty good. But I no longer get like guaranteed set play. I have to like do this roll chasing shit, which is kind of cringe. Her late Fireball, you can run behind, but it's like, you see, I can't like link a close D, or like I have to, my combo's a lot worse. Even that didn't combo, right? Her main pressure tool, which is this is -2. Which is kind of crazy. This used to be +3 or something on block, and now this is -5, so her pressure is a lot worse as well. Despite that, I think she's still good because she still has one of the best fireballs in the game, and you know she still has really good buttons and good damage, and you know everything else she's had pre-patch. But she's probably, in my opinion, one of the most nerfed characters, along with Kain. And Kain actually got destroyed, but he needed the hard knockdown change more than someone like Hotaru, right? Because you know, one of the Kain's main strengths was he could set up the orbs. Now he can no longer do that off of knockdown. And one of the strong things about Kain was that he could EX neutral skip, right? So for example, you would just, last patch you'd do this with Kain, set up the orb. Now you can no longer do that. So even the value in his EX neutral skip is a lot worse because that no longer leads to set play, right? The other thing that you have to know about this Kain champ, this is -2. Bro, my man got a -2 on block feint. This used to be his combo starter. You would just repeat this over and over. This shit was so annoying, and now like you have to do this, but it's 10 frames and like doesn't lead into that good of a combo. I still think this character is decent because he still has like similar tools, but you know he did get nerfed quite a bit. Right, so some people are dooming about him. I still think he's probably pretty viable. Preecha, I think, has always been a little slept on, and I think people are starting to realize like a character that the system benefits her pretty well, right? Because anytime you touch their block, you can kind of go for a 50-50, honestly, right? You just do something like EX move into this back sway. This is overhead. This is low. Very obnoxious to deal with. And of course, like anytime you get a throw, you can do the same kind. I don't know if there's like frame kills for it to hit meaty. I don't know any of those. But again, because EX isn't as valuable resources as last game, that's pretty strong. Not to mention, like, she's just always been pretty good. She has good neutral, good pressure, good buttons. She has a 4-frame, one of the only few 4 frames in the game. Has a DP, which I mentioned DPs are quite strong this patch. and she got some new combo routes. I think she's like one of the more slept on characters in this game. And Japan's starting to think that she's gonna be quite strong. And same thing with Hotaru and like Kain getting nerfed. The characters that were like right below, like Rock, I think kind of got like started the power creep, right? Rock's actually, a lot of people think he might be top 1. I'm not quite there yet, but he has everything, right? He's like the perfect soldier. He has EX neutral skip with EX fireball. He has a super great guard cancel and EX elbow. I mean, just regular elbow. He has great neutral skip and EX elbow. He has good pressure, good damage, good pressure. I mean, he's like a perfect soldier right now, right? Marco, same character he's ever been. Let's talk about this Mr. Big champ. So a lot of people, when Mr. Big came out, did not think this character was very good. And then I think people started to realize this character just has everything. This character literally has everything, bro. What does this character not have? Japan's really, really high on this character. Stand C, probably one of the best buttons in the game, right? You can press Stand C, you can feign it, it's safe on block. You can do a follow-up. The follow-up's really good. You have ways to beat hyper defend because you have a counter. I don't know what the counter input is. I think it's core circle back EX. This move's insane for a guard cancel move. You have a plus on block fireball that launches on counter hit, so frame traps as well. You have a command grab. I don't know what the command grab is. He has so many moves. I don't know, it's one of the moves. You gotta trust me. He has EX, neutral skip, which by the way, this is +8 on block. So you just neutral skip into your turn, or if this gets a knockdown, right? He also has an overhead, so he can still 50-50 you. I'd say his main DP input kick, yeah, he has a kick and man grab. That, by the way, leads into a mix-up. He has some of the craziest lights in the game. This just confirms in the EX. If you have red blow, you go into a 50-50. I don't know the 50-50 set, but it's something like that. What is this? Is a 6-frame light. This goes so far. Look at this button. For comparison, Ronaldo crouch C is 8 frames and it goes here. Like, what is this? This is my 6 frame. It's not even close. Like, why is his light so crazy? Like, look at this shit. And it confirms into EXDP for a knockdown. Also, this character's damage is crazy. The only real weakness this character has is he doesn't have a DP. That's it. I mean, this is a DP, but like, it doesn't have invul. So, I mean, it doesn't have like true frame 1 invul like Ronaldo DP. Also, yeah, this anti-air is a little weak because again, he doesn't have a DP, so having to rely on this is kind of bad. But like, it's still serviceable, right? Like, you still get pretty good damage off it. I don't know the combo. It's something like this. Yeah, that's pretty good damage off an anti-air. So I think really highly of Mr. Big. I think a lot of people are starting to become woke on how good this character actually is. And I guess he could technically have a little trouble like with zoning too, because he's a little slower, right? Gato, same character he's basically always been, except now he can reflect fireballs, I guess. And I think he got a few other like minor combo buffs, but he's just good. And Hokutomaru, a lot of people are saying this character is top 1 when the game finally dropped. And I think SNK took the hint and nerfed his EX teleport. His EX teleport they actually buffed it for some reason. And now now it's worse, thankfully. Let me actually see this. This isn't that bad. People are dooming like this shit got extra slowed down. Wait, did it actually get changed? Oh, it's the air one. Oh shit, that is mad slow. Let me see if I can run under it. That's still not that. That's not that bad of a change. Then I thought it was the ground one. The air one is better because like you can bait anti-airs and stuff with it. But yeah, you could just run under so easily now and get a punish. What about the ground version? Oh, but wait, but you can still get hit by the ground. All right, he's moving up a couple. I thought it was just the air version. I mean, this character, perfect soldier, amazing zoning. One of the best fireballs in the game. Has a 3-hit fireball that goes through other fireballs. Has a double jump, stall, so you can lane people out. I mean, this character does it all. Great damage. I wouldn't say great damage. Decent damage. Good pressure. Again, there's just another like he kind of breaks the game with his double jump and just has a lot of extra tools that just make him good. These are characters that I think are kind of under the radar a little bit. Like Japan doesn't think any of them are good, but I think these characters are pretty good. Probably just a step below. Ronaldo actually got buffed considerably with new combos, and like his 214 LK ball set is really good. Kevin is just faster, does more damage. Andy, I think this Andy change, the fact that like you can actually use all the follow-ups to his flip is like so scary. Like, where's the follow-up? I think it's, yeah, this. You can like just get a combo if they like. I used to just duck, and now like if you try to duck this, that's a free ass combo. Yeah, that's plus. Like they improved this a lot. I also this guard cancel is crazy. I mean, you don't get that much hit on hit compared to other guard cancels, but it's -3. Pretty strong. Although I think Rock's guard cancel of his elbow is probably stronger because it's on full circle back. Yeah, I think overall like Andy's he's always been a decent character, but people didn't really explore him because you know other characters were cheap. He got buffed, other characters got nerfed. Now he's kind of coming to the light. Same thing with Terry. And then these characters, the thing is like T-Zoc got buffed, but he was so bad before that I don't know if he'll really be that good. Mai, I think, actually got hurt a lot by the EX Fireball change. So like, unlike other so Mai's biggest strength before, in my opinion, is she could win EX Fireball wars pretty easily, right? She could just do her Mai EX fan, get a hard knockdown, and go in. And now if you land the EX fan, because the EX fan's 2 hits, right? Like you could just do this. This is faster. But now like this happens, I just roll away. It's just kind of funny. She does get some things in compensation, like she does more damage, and probably some other changes I'm not aware of, if my players are woke to them. But I'm not convinced this character is gonna be amazing, but we'll see, because I've always said she's a worse Hotaru, but they nerfed Hotaru, so now maybe like people will start exploring this character a bit. There's characters that I don't feel like it changed that much, like Jaehoon. No, it's not Jaehoon, it's the Donghua. I don't think he's changed that much. Talking to the best Donghua, Omar at Frosty's, he thinks he's, you know, about here. I'll take his word for it. Kain, of course, nerfed. I still think he's gonna be decent. Maybe he's actually like up here. You know, he's still Kain, but we'll see. Jenet, I think she didn't really benefit that much from the system changes because again, no DP, and she they nerfed her feint. I actually couldn't believe this. I found this out after I played Alex in who's the best, probably the best Jenet in America. After I played them in tournament. Bro, what is this shit? Her feint's only +1 on block. This is her whole thing. I'm really surprised they nerfed this. I feel like this is the strongest thing about her. So like, how do you frame trap a jab? Like if the opponent just does like normal moves, crouch jab. Yeah, and they made it slower. Like how am I can't do Farsi, right? Wait, I think I can Farsi. Maybe, oh, against Mize I can. But if they have like a 5-frame jab or a 4-frame jab, like you're just cooked here, right? So you gotta be like, I don't know, I think her pressure is just a lot worse and she didn't really get much in compensation. But maybe the stuff in compensation is actually better than we think. Ken, I think, got a lot in compensation. Chun got nothing in compensation and she lost the EX change. I think Chun stocks are down. Joe got nothing in compensation. He's already really bad. Salvatore, I guess, got some new combos and stuff. Maybe he's good. I think it's too early for the tier list, right? Just general vibes. But I think Ken stocks are up. I actually am going to invest some time in this character because I think he's probably pretty good. He has a much better dash. So they sped up the dash, but he also goes a lot further too. So the fact that he can do stuff like this and like actually be able to like frame trap. I mean, it was like from full screen. I thought he could do that, something like this. Yeah, that jab is cheap. Yeah, so you can like kind of frame trap after jab at the right space. I think is really good. But it looks like it has to be almost like, damn, that's a kind of hard thing to space out, huh? But you can also like probably after EX. Oh man, EX. But you can play this game, which is really nice. I think this move, I think it's what, EX Dragon Lash. Wait, what is it? Is it? Oh yeah, Run Dragon Lash. I think this move is crazy. +3 on block, point blank, and it gets you a combo on hit. Like what? I mean, wait, do you get a combo on? I don't think you actually get anything if it's just normal hits, but like, let's say most of the time people are like mashing, right? You get a combo here. And like, let's say they're backdashing or they're fuzzy jumping like everyone does in this game. You just get a combo. I think this is really strong. And like on block, where are we at? On block, you're +3, which means that you can frame trap. And his frame traps are way better because you can do this. Wait. And you're +1, which means time to guess the asshole. I think this is very obnoxious with all the shit you can do here. And like you can feint after this. This is also plus. Like his pressures and saggers are so good now too. So yeah, I think Ken socks are definitely up. But yeah, that's about it for the video. I just want to talk about Fatal Fury for a bit. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I think this season is gonna be interesting because again, don't take this as gospel. There's a lot more to this, right? Like I think there's a lot more we're unsure of, and I think the tiers are gonna change a lot. But yeah, this is just a very initial impression. All right, take care, peace.